today is a rainy day, and we are thankful for that because nature needs water. The berries need water and sun to get sugar in them. Rainy days are nice for a walk. Put your boots on, put rain jacket on, and go out. It feels there's a lot of oxygen in the air. Today I have many things in my heart which I would like to talk with you about. I follow the friends and hear what they are talking, what they are experiencing in their own journeys, and it wakes up thoughts, feelings, emotions in me. So I'll see how this all opens up when I walk further. say hello to my friend, this humble little plant. It's very humble, but it gives from itself a lot to us. So much so that you might just ignore it on your walks, because they are everywhere. Planet grows plants according to the people living there. So if you have a nature around your house, you can see the plants growing there. They are connected to your energy field, and can you imagine they are thinking, what can they do for you? Isn't that amazing? Do you feel it? It's love, unconditional love to you, no matter what kind of person you are. That plant will think, what can I give to you? What can I do for you? And this little one is very strong, because we had very little, very dry winter, and they almost died. They became orange sticks all over the place, and oh, I thought we are going to lose her. No, now she's back. She said, oh no, they will not get rid of me so easily. So here she is, ready for service and to live in unity with us. And this you can make tea of, and it will help you to sleep. I write the Latin name in the video. I don't actually know the English name either. But it's beautiful. Thank you for your love. So, when you walk in your life path, if you think of yourself, I mean, we are looking for, we know we are one in a higher consciousness level, but here we as individuated soul experiencing this time matrix, we have to be feel like we are sovereign. That is the issue now. To become sovereign, to become fully who you are. And here comes the beautiful blessing when you really find out what is your authentic you. You start feeling the place in the collective which can be felt only by you, nobody else, only by you. And if you look outside and maybe somebody you admire and you copy and try to be like that person, you're going to pull yourself out from your center, and the place you are supposed to fill remains empty, and the collective becomes imbalanced. So these words which we have heard, find yourself, be yourself. I've met people in my life path and which I considered somebody who could advise me, and they always say, find yourself, be yourself. Nothing else is necessary. And that is so beautiful. That you are such an unique creature, that nobody else is like you. And hurry up being that creature as authentic and honest you can. It demands a lot of honesty and a couple of days being on your knees and crying and sobbing and letting go false beliefs of yourself. And then remember, keep the flame in your heart and say, this will also pass. This is a process. I let it go as long, organically it wants to go. And there will be a moment where it just lifts up. That is the way of the heart, to be all in. And then you find a way to protect that sovereign field you have decided to fully honestly embody, because there are polarity forces which will not like you to arrive to that fully conscious being. So they will try to hinder you, and that means that they read your field and see whatever fears there are, whatever complexes you haven't yet lifted up to your consciousness, and they use those to try to put doubt in your mind and lower your self-confidence and try to stop you from listening to your intuition, the sense of that you know what you are supposed to be doing and thinking and choosing. So think like that also. It's not always about you. It could be an external energy, kind of, we can say it external, which is entering your field, and then you remove it, just like that. Say, I don't need to think those thoughts. Step aside and say, I don't consent with you. Get out of my field. And they have to hear your command. So look after your sovereign field, and there is a programmed guiltiness in us, so we easily feel guilty about if we do things wrong. There's no right or wrong in this path. So feeling guilty is blocking your experience. Try to step aside from that also. Conscience is different. Conscience is a tool to think that I might be now walking a side road away from my path is different from guilty. Don't feel guilty. You have all the right to be here. We need you. Take your place fully so that we can be united force. Here is again one of the lovely beings which I have been using all my life for different things. It's such a lovely plant. You can make tea out of it. It has much to offer. Not only physically, but energetically also. So I'm thinking about this Western medicine, so-called allopathic medicine, where they study these plants and they see how they interact with the biology of our bodies, and then separate the substance and copy it and make a synthetic medicine. Probably many of them has helped people. But I believe creation doesn't do mistakes, so if a plant has a combination of different chemicals, it's all of them are needed in order to one of them functioning. You need the whole thing, the whole plant. And not only to consume it, drink or eat it, but also to interact with it, to listen to it. And let your body listen to it. You can get healing from that too. I like to sit by the creek also. It's more soft running water, and it helps me to travel to deeper places in myself. You can think, or I think like we are like batteries with plus and minus. And we generate energy. And when we generate it together in unison, we make a powerful energy field. But it starts from me being able to know myself, my battery. And if you get an opportunity to join with another soul, two batteries together make a very powerful energy source. I believe that during all my life, different spiritual paths, different systems of thought, I have been shown to know the mountain from all sides, or at least different size. They all come back to the one dividing into two. The other one is active, electric, and the other half is passive, magnetic. These two polarities, they are the first step of the creation. The one conscious moving towards manifestation. And the active electric is the breath out, the breath of light, the breath of God out. And the passive magnetic is the breath in. So it's like God, the source, is breathing out and in. Out to manifestation and breathing in, calling us home. So I didn't have this concept all of my life, that there is this dividing into two in one step of me. It has just come to me in the later years, where I had to face, got an opportunity to face that truth, that is the case. And we talk about the other half. It's not really right expression, because I am whole in myself. But when you are I have understood that when you come into a place where you are ready to surrender the ego and experience the full force of the unconditional love, you will be able to come in contact with a physical being who is part of that original divination from your origin, from your source, in the higher levels. And that is a magnificent gift. This can be utilized powerfully and is utilized by the collective powerfully for healing of the collective and healing of this planet. It's the most powerful connection, so that it is the most feared connection by the opposing forces, which will try to sabotage that connection not to be manifested. So it's a nice thought, isn't it? And it's a powerful experience of the heart, which will become the fuel and the compass on your journey.